everything beautiful when? For its time. Which means this. When you're punctual, everything comes out beautiful. All right, look what it says. That God makes everything beautiful for its what? For its time. All right? Look at this. He has, look what it says. He has planted what in the human heart? He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from the beginning to the end. What does this mean? Is that God has already deposited in you your purpose and assignment right in here. The struggle is managing our time. We already know what's in here. Now, you might not know the bigger scope, but you can feel it. There's something inside of you saying, I'm destined for something bigger. And something drives you. And that's what we want to kind of talk about today. Because to be able to get to at least where I'm at, I did not get here stumbling my way forward. I carefully calculated everything that I was saying. I'm going to do this, 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 and I'm going to do this. And I got here. Why? Because the Bible says, see a man diligent in his work, the same man will stand before kings. When you're diligent and punctual with what God has said. I made sure that I read 3 chapters a day in the Bible. I read 1 chapter of a Christian book. I prayed 1 hour in tongues. That's how I got to this level. Every single day. That's my ethic. I push it. I push it. I push it. And if I can't pray 1 hour straight, I pray 5 minutes here. I pray 10 minutes here. I pray 15 minutes here. And I document the stuff. I literally document. I really have a checkoff list to make sure. Because I know that I can be lazy. So I have to be punctual. Why? Because God will meet you at the place that you consecrated for him. Right? Get this. You're not going to get to that next level if there's no system in place, as Pastor Rodney has mentioned. And the system, we have to be punctual with it. And listen to me. Being punctual cannot be found. You must make the time. You cannot allow it. Let me give you an example. I know this is going to sound really harsh, but I meant it. Before I married my wife, I told her, this is a true story. This is a true story, and I know it came out harsh, but I meant what I said, but I just said it wrong. I said it in a street way. This is what I said to her. I said, my life is ministry. I'm going to live my life preaching. If this is not what you want, tell me now so I can end the relationship, because I promise you, you get in my way, I will divorce you, and I'll start all over. I'm not going to let nothing stop me from doing what God has called me to do. Let me know now. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but I said it that way because that's what I felt. Because the last thing I wanted to do was be married to somebody holding me down and making me late for my timetable. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. And I meant it. Well, at least at that time, I meant it. I was like, let me know now, because I was a member of a church and every married couple I knew was miserable. Or one of them was hard for God and the other one was like texting people, hurry up. Well, not texting at that time. Just hurry up, I want to go home. Not me. The right time, that when God shows up, I'm not there. Or yelling at my spouse, like, hurry up. Oh, we missed it. There God left. And now I'm fighting with this one, talking about I married the wrong person. See? I meant what I said at that time. You know, it just came out wrong. I said it real wrong. You know. All right? But I meant it. Luke chapter 13. God holds people accountable to time. God holds people accountable to time. God holds people accountable. Luke chapter 13, verse 6. All right? I was talking with Pastor Rodney and a couple of pastors the other day, and I was saying how frustrated it must have been for Joshua and Caleb that they had to be held back because the rest of the people couldn't get there. And God says, you have to wait there until they die out. And then, you know what it is? That you're ready to get there, but everybody around you is not ready. You know what it is to wait 40 years because the rest of these people are not punctual. Like, man, that's very frustrating. Who knows what Joshua and Caleb were feeling, because they were ready 40 years ago and they had to wait 40 years. See? Look at this. This parable scares me in a good way. Right? Luke chapter 13, verse 6 through 9. Look at what it says. It says, then Jesus told this parable. Look at this. A man planted a fig tree in his garden and came what? Again and again to see if there was what? To see if there was fruit on it. But he was always what? He was always disappointed. Look at this. Finally, he said to his gardener, I've waited what? 3 years and there hasn't been a single fruit. Cut it down. Look what the verse says. It's doing what in the kingdom? It's just taking up space. Look at this. The gardener answered, Sir, give me one more chance. Leave it what? Another year. And I'll give what? Oh, look what I just said. Punctuality cannot be found. It must be made. Which means you have to pay. What does the text say that the man did at that point on? He paid special attention to it. Why? Because he only had 1 year left. And God was going to strip him of the ministry. God will sit somebody down because he ain't going to wait forever for somebody to be punctual.